Hey, what's up, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe. Help me keep the lights on. That'll be much appreciated.
お前と戦いたいと言っているかで
So, you know what sucks? Sometimes I enjoy an anime, but as it continues to be longer, I start to realize the issues with something I probably enjoyed for a very long time. And this anime I'm talking about is one such anime that I enjoyed when I was way younger, and now that it's on the screen, I don't think I'm enjoying it as much.
孫隊長、ここはハンタースのダンジョンです。僕は関与すべきじゃない。ですが、今は攻撃。
Obviously, the anime I'm talking about is Solo Leveling. First and foremost, support your local manhwas. They deserve all the support that is out there. Tower of God, Windbreaker. There's so many manhwas out there that you should definitely check out. It is a great source of a different change from manga and things made from Japan. It's definitely worth your while and has some worthwhile stories. Let me just get that disclaimer out there first. After that, rest in peace to the late great, and I think Solo Leveling, the anime, is wonderful. I think it's not half bad. I think it's a show where it is given the place to express itself. I think it's getting more of a chance than other manhwas have gotten a chance over the last couple of years. Like God of High School, I don't know what they did with that or what they're doing with that, but it doesn't feel like they're giving it the place that it deserves.
いくつかお話を聞かねばなりません。そうかもしれませんが、残りの2人を助けたのは俺です。責任者なら先に礼を言うべきじゃない。
Solo Leveling gives us our second season where we are following Jinwoo, and he's becoming a part of the fold of the world. He's starting to be surrounded by this story that was enacted the very moment he became the Shadow Monarch. And the story unfolds magically for us, and we have a good time with it. It has a lot of the action-packed moments that make us happy. The voice acting is wonderful. I'm gonna be honest with you, just me personally, I hate the music choices. I don't know why I do. I think the music it doesn't feel epic enough for me. This is genuinely just a personal preference. I think the music just didn't hit for me at all, and it would kind of take me out of how cool the moment could be. I think it was just over dramatized music that didn't really it was it feels I don't know. I think there was a better way of putting music to this, so that's just me personally, one of my little dings to it. Along with that, the story has some teeth to it. We see Jinwoo reckoning with his choices and the newfound power that he's having. He is also a main character who has goals and actually has a personality. And I heard the episode where he cries was one of the lowest rated, which says something for our society, because I thought that was one of the best episodes and a shining light in the darkness of action-filled nonsense that wasn't really interesting. I read the manhwa when I was in high school and middle school. I don't know if it was that far back. It was probably just high school. And I remember Jinwoo having goals and ideas and a purpose that he wanted to get across. And it felt like this episode actually decided to tap into that. When this manhwa was created, it had a lot more juggling of Sun Jinwoo trying to figure out who he was as a person and the loss of his humanity. And I feel like the anime tried to highlight it, but they would just go back to super big action, cool moment where he just saves people or he kills someone or he does whatever that he does. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm realizing my little problem with Solo Leveling. I'm gonna keep watching because I'm always gonna support it, but it feels like the anime is a rinse and a repeat of the same moments of Sung Jin-woo being underestimated or being made fun of, or having to go up against a foe and then boom, he comes in and he just styles on them and like continues to be great. And like we were like, oh my god, he's so amazing. And so I love Golden Kamui, and that's what I've been watching lately. And it feels like such a stark contrast to a show that is written about showcasing cool moments for characters and also giving me good writing in a story. I don't think Solo Leveling is the deepest story. I know what I signed up for when I watched it. But I think the anime has taken away a good bit of the personality, a good bit of the depth, and it feels like it's just supposed to be a place where you clip farm things. I think it's well animated. I just think it's taken away the personality of the hand-drawn and even the stylistic choices that were made for the manhwa, and it's kind of jarring because I really enjoyed the way things were shaped, even the way lines were left off within the anime, and sometimes the animation could be a little cheap looking. Now that's just to me. I know it's not cheap, but it just doesn't come off the way that like the manhwa did to me. And that is genuinely, most of these things are personal preference. If you just go to this for action and you have a good time with that, there's nothing wrong with that in the slightest.
でかくなればその分狙いを定めやすくなるだけ。魔法系が護衛なしに暗殺系の奇襲を防げるわけないだろ。
It's just the show had more depth. More characters had more personality. And some of them were a little bit more interesting. And you felt as though epic moments were way more epic, especially if you read some of the fights that we experienced in this season in the manhwa. You'd be like, yo, this is freaking sick. And the desperation and the last moment when Sung Joon-woo just appears, it was just way more dope. And it feels as though the anime just made it kind of generic. And what hurts is like, I feel like manhwa deserves a little bit more, especially as a lot of their trends and writing styles and ideas are really influencing anime to this day. Like, we're getting to the point where a lot of things that I've seen in manhwa years back are starting to show up in anime, and I like that. I like that both mediums are starting to influence each other, and now we're getting more stories and different ideas, and I just think there should have been more for this. I think Solo Leveling was pretty good this season. I'm not gonna rate it crazily, but it's alright. Like, it was like a 3 out of 5. With all that being said, I appreciate you so much for watching. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you're doing well. Happy spring. Take care and be well. And also, if you disagree with me or agree with me, put it down in the comments. Peace.